तो हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू आपका आशुतोष के कोचिंग सेंटर, यानी कि वेलकम टू आशुतोष कोचिंग सेंटर। नाउ टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द चैप्टर नेम इज कम्युनिकेशन अप्रोच। क्या नाम है इसका? कम्युनिकेशन अप्रोच। एंड चैप्टर नंबर 5 है। इस पूरे बुक का जो नाम है, हमारा टारगेट है सेक्स नॉलेज फॉर आवर या सेक्स एजुकेशन फॉर आवर यूथ्स। ओके, तुम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं इस चैप्टर को बिना किसी रुकावट के। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहले कहा जा रहा है, द टास्क ऑफ एजुकेशन इज टू क्रिएट और मेंटेन अ पॉजिटिव एटमोसफेयर in which sexuality can be open and discussed, and in which there is a broad and based support for a sex education. The protagonist and in sex education comprise the target group of youth and the young adult themselves. The field of the multiplier or the mediators and field of science and the PCHE engage in a process of exchange which these proto- protagonist and on the basis of art 1 and the para 1 of the SFHG. Target group क्या होता है? Target group youth and the young adult is the focus on the communication approach. The communication of education takes place at the three level, and the communication of factual information is initially to the fore. This include the treatment of the relations. ओके, या तो कोई दिक्कत था? तो फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन इज इनिशियली टू द फोर्स। ओके, उसके बाद कहा जाए, दिस इंक्लूड द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ रिलेशनशिप एंड द ethical component. Sex education is intended and to the motivate people into the action, and also the promote and develop the skill develop, including perceptiveness and ability to act, ability to resolve and the conflict, communicative skill of youth and young adult, so that they can deal with their sexuality in pleasurable and responsible manner. Content and topic of sex education are communicated using different target group oriented media. The complementary media are related to one another and the coordinate in a media's mix, that is package of measure. Okay, अब आगे देखते हैं। अब मीडिया क्या होता है जानो। ज़्यादा कुछ तो हार्ड नहीं है। देखो, कह रहा है इन द फील्ड ऑफ मास मीडिया द ऑथ and the audio visual media, TV and cinema, sports, films and video and films, etc. The print media, adverbs, brokers, etc. are to be primarily used ongoing to their wide coverage. They draw attention to subjects and the highlight individual aspect, convey the basic information and the stimulate peoples into the dealing with the topic. Personal communication measure. The personal communication measure can intensify the impulse and the intensives to get to grips with the subject created by the mass media and deals with the special questions. Okay, and this they create personal link to the subject and thus initiating intensive communication, supervised and exhibition or theater performance. For example, are non-potential are the potential occasion for discussion and innovative strategies such as peer involvement and approaches and supplement is this sector. In this context, youth assume the position of mediator with within their own target group. These youth can be highly credible if they come from the similar worlds to that of their peers and employ similar language. The new media such as computer games or CD-ROMs contain the personal communication element which permits you to the deal and with the subject or on their own with others. Okay, in order to practice versatile and the multifaceted fasted and the personal communication. Multipliers strives for the appropriate qualification in the contact field of the target group to be addressed. They regard themselves as key person in the communication and the tackling of matter of sex education. They can देखो they can cater to the target group and particularly well and adapt to the specific world to the world of the youths. ओके अब उसके बाद आता है हमारा साइंस क्या होता है। तो साइंस को समझिए, साइंस क्या होता है। टू डेट न्यू क्वालिफिकेशन, देखा जाए ध्यान से, एक मिनट को इरेज करने दो पहले। हाँ, देखा है, टू डेट अ न्यू क्वालिफिकेशन मेजर हैव बीन ऑफर्ड एंड FCHE contributes to the widening the offer by the way of graduated basic further and the advantage training measure and these measure are intended to communicate and the information on the one hand but also to promote communicative skill and the ability to resolve conflict. The development of pilot and the curricula and a continuous exchange of the information and experience are intended and to promote networking in this sector and make a contribution to quality and assurance. Process of exchange क्या होता है। Target group oriented sex education is not only based on the communicative exchange between the group and the mediator but must also integrate science and as it requires a scientifically confirmed basic representative study and expert reports create the basic for target and the group oriented concept and the media development. Regularly repeated survey reveals the changes early on the serve continuous further development of the measure. Evaluation of the pilot project and the other measures should be carried out for reason of the quality assurance and in order to obtain further scientific insight. The communication approach assumes that the sponsor of sex education engage in a regular process of exchange. Only this exchange can guarantee and that sex education is implemented and in a target group orientation and manner. It must be ensured that the scientific results are incorporated into the development of concept, media and the measure. This should also be available in the multiplier on the broad basis. Conversely, and the experience of the practical expert with the target group are the important for the scientific questions. An exchange within the individual group is equally necessary owing to its mandate and according to Art 1 and the Para 1 of SFHG and as a central sponsor of sex education and the FCHE is the commissioned and with the task stimulating and expanding these exchanges. Okay, so finally guys, thanks for watching video till the end and don't forget it about like, share and subscribe. Bye bye and see you next video, but don't forget like subscribe, okay, because your single likes can afford, आपका सिंगल लाइक भी हमारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा हमें आगे बढ़ा सकता है, ठीक है। और तो और हम आपके लिए बहुत सारे अलग अलग इन्फॉर्मेशन लाते हैं। अभी फ़िलहाल तो हम अब सेक्स एजुकेशन फॉर द यूथ ला रहे हैं, बाकी अदरवाइज़ भी अदर बुक से हम कंटेंट डालते रहेंगे और आपका सपोर्ट बनाए रखिएगा। बाय बाय एंड सी यू नेक्स्ट वीडियो।